morning. It's Monday, July 29th. Thanks for joining us on Up to the Minute. We are bringing you all the news, announcements, and events along with a couple of special guests. I'm Dr. Amy Tan, Dean of HCC's English and Communications, and I'm joined by Dr. Nicholas Cox, our History Department Chair. Good morning, Nick.
Good morning, Dean Tan. Welcome back. It's been a little bit.
Yeah, I was traveling around England. It was terrible, but now I'm back. I'm back to the 90-degree heat. Although I know we had about 10 days straight of rain. Are you glad to see the sun?
Yeah. I mean, you missed a hurricane and a 10-day rain streak. So welcome back. The sun is shining now that you're here.
Brought it with me. What can I say? Well, we are so happy to be here and live on HCCTV whenever HCC is in session. But Nick, how can people find us?
Yeah, that's right. We're live on the Houston Community College District Facebook page and on YouTube. We're also on X, LinkedIn, and on HCCTV at noon, 5, and 10 p.m. Monday through Friday.
Today, we're talking to an entrepreneur who has diversified her floral business to government contracts, such as HCC. So we're happy to welcome Sherronda Scoggins to the show. Good morning, Sherronda.
Good morning.
I'm very excited to hear about how you have reinvented your business and how you're working with HCC. If you'll hang on just for a minute, Nick will be with you to interview you.
Thank you.
Excellent. First, for Mental Health Monday, an HCC digital instructor is not discussing that subject, but how animal therapy helped her with the grief of loss. I'm happy to welcome back Carolyn Tan. She is an Apple Fellow with HCC's Digital Communication faculty, as well as a certified dog trainer and our Mental Health Monday guest. Welcome back to the show, Carolyn. Oh, we lost your sound. Can you unmute? There you go.
For having me. Glad to be here.
So, Carolyn, we usually bring you on the show to talk about all the wonderful things happening in the Digital and IT Center of Excellence. But today we're discussing a very different and serious subject from you. You have a passion for dogs and dog training, but there was something that triggered that passion. Can you tell us about how you got into dog training?
Yes, back in 2016, I lost my husband, Pim. He was a digital communication instructor as well. So, but anyway, I was already doing. I've always loved dogs since I was a kid. So after I was involved with dog agility, dog training. I was with Happy Hounds Training Center, and I actually go for any dog activities on the side. So when he passed away, I knew he wanted me to continue with dog learning, dog training activities. So I got involved with dog agility. I got in the competitions. I found that it was a great outlet. I did not know at that time how much it would help me. So it was over the years that I was involved with. You have to go for classes every week. I would go 2-3 times, join all the seminars, and I think that was my social outlet. In some ways, I did not realize that till much later. My dogs, I have a total of 6 dogs now. So Chili was my very first agility dog, and I don't know, it was just not only agility. She did tricks, she did dog dancing. We do that together. I connect with her on a different level, and her love, her condition, it's unconditional.
Yeah. And I just want to say that of course I remember Pim, and I want to acknowledge that it has been 8 years, and I remember when you lost him and we lost him, and that was tough, and I think all of us can just imagine how hard that must have been for you, and how wonderful it was that you had begun this interest. And so tell me, if you can tell me a little bit, you're talking about you have agility dogs, and then you also have service dogs. Can you give us a little distinction? What's the difference?
Two of my dogs, what I call that, Daisy Ray, my Sheltie, and my Westie, we do dog therapy. We go out and actually they help with kids with autism. So when we went out, it's just, and it's interesting. It was a learning curve for me as well. And it's amazing how you see the kids will just reach out to the, and in fact, the director said, Hannah Henry said, can you, my dogs do tricks. Can you have the kids interact with the dogs? And so we can do paw shake, roll over, and the kids will interact so naturally with the dogs, asking a dog, and they will shake their hands, and so it helps with the interaction. And so it's not only that we do visit home senior homes, and we do dog dancing. And you can tell that some of the senior citizens, they are so, so touched by my dogs, and not only my dogs, many other dogs that go out there. So my dogs are, PSD dogs, that's psychiatric service dogs, 5 of them are. I'm allergic to medication. I cannot take any big medication for my grief or whatever it is. So my counselor had, she had found how my dogs actually help me mentally, and physically. It's on also so many different levels. And I did not have to, like I said, I'm allergic to the medication. And so it helped me. They are my service dog as well.
Right. Well, and so that's incredible that the dogs were able to literally replace for you medication that otherwise, would help you get through this grief and this loss. And so can you give us some statistics about how animals benefit our mental health? Do you have some stats for us?
I don't have it right in front of me right now, but I do know that it's, based on my experience, I've seen this change a lot, many lives, many of my friends, how it touches a lot of different people here. Yeah. And this is just not only physical. This is not only emotionally, mentally, but let me tell you this physically as well. We get out.
Yeah, no, I think most of us understand the connection and the emotional attachment that we have to our pets, who are members of our family. And I think you sent us some notes here that says that there are several key benefits, including reducing stress and anxiety, that 69%, I don't know if this is of Americans report that they provide unconditional love and support, as you were mentioning, of course, companionship, and that they can actually provide a calming presence in trauma situations and crisis situations. And of course, we think of them as our true friends. But you have just come off of a big event. Can you talk to us about that organization? Is this the Houston World Series of Dog Shows? So is this your agility training?
No, that's not agility. That's dog dancing. It's connecting with our dogs through music, dancing, and performing tricks. Yes, that is. I'm a member of the Texas Six Steppers, and we all get together and actually perform with our dogs and reach out to the community, and share the joy of our dogs, our companions, family members. Actually, our dogs are family members, and reaching out to others. As a matter of fact, we are going to do some of these performances at HCC as well. So we are looking forward to that, working with Jordan Carswell at West Houston Institute. There's a little area out there.
Excellent. When is that going to be?
It's going to be in the fall. So,
okay.
Yeah, y'all will get to know, we'll announce.
Yeah, we'll have to bring you back when you're ready to announce that. And so that everybody can come out and see just what you do. So are there any other organizations that you're working with?
Yes, as far as the back to the therapy, I'm with Faithful Forest Ministry. I did give the link if anyone is interested, they can have the information, as well as where if you're interested in I'm also what do you call that? I used to be with Houston Caring Critters as well. They're also another dog therapy organization. And we have several, what do you call that? If you're interested in getting a pet, also learning all this, feel free to contact me. I can put you through different various organizations. There are rescue organizations, your cat for cats, that sort of thing. So.
Yeah, no, I think that's wonderful. And, I know Houston, we have lots of wonderful rescue organizations to connect people with. If you're looking for that long-term commitment of a wonderful new best friend. Well, Carolyn, I want to thank you so much for coming and talking to us about something so personal today for Mental Health Monday. So Carolyn Tan, Apple Fellow, Digital and IT Center of Excellence, certified dog trainer, and our Mental Health Monday guest. We'll have all your information in our post after the show. Thanks again. Bye-bye. Up next, after a commercial break, Nick will discuss growing a small business with an entrepreneur.
When I grow up, I want to work in a lab to build robots.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
That one day at PE when they were like yelling at me, and then you just linked arms with me. I don't think you know how much that helped me. I finally knew that I had somebody.
All right, we are back with Sherronda Scoggins, president of KC Events and Florals. Welcome to the show, Sherronda.
Thank you, Nick. How are you this morning?
I'm doing great. I'm interested to learn, as the chair of the history department, about the history of this floral industry. I see you have some information about the evolution of the business.
Yes. The floral industry has really evolved as far as florists. A lot of florists started out brick and mortar, but a lot of them don't do brick and mortar anymore. A lot of us are office warehouses. A lot of florists have moved back into their home, especially after the pandemic. So everything has kind of gone mostly online. There's not a whole lot of walk-in floral shops nowadays. So it's kind of evolved there.
So I guess that what I'm hearing is it's similar to a lot of retail or even food service, where people are just simply go online, order what they need, and then it appears when they need it.
Exactly. That's exactly how it is. Most people are just ordering online for delivery services. And now that a lot of florists realize that, a lot of them after COVID realized there was no need to actually be in a actual brick and mortar because they didn't have a lot of customers coming in to their retail stores. So a lot of them just went back to home design studios at home, and they just make online deliveries because that's where most of their customers are finding them, is online and ordering online.
Well, I'm kind of interested in how technology and websites and social media have changed things, because what you're describing to me is it's not a surprise now that you say that out loud, but it's like having an Amazon warehouse or a ghost kitchen where the product is not available for public, shopping. Do florists now primarily rely on that kind of delivery system where the florist themselves doesn't have a stock? They just do the design and it's kind of delivered from some warehouse of some kind of flowers? And
No, there are companies that actually do that, but your regular local florist, we actually still have coolers. For us, we have an office warehouse. So we have a warehouse with a large cooler there, but our customers actually go online, they see the designs online, and they're able to pick a design there, or they're able to pick what's called a designer's choice, where the designer can actually design something for them and actually deliver it for them. But we rely heavily on social media now. Most of our clients are finding us on Instagram. They even find us on TikTok. So we really, as florists, have to develop like a catalog, as you may say, a catalog of things where we're actually constantly taking pictures of our work and we're putting it online for customers to actually see. So if they're not actually going to our website to actually pick something from there, brides, corporate clients, the everyday consumer are getting on our social media to see what it is that we are posting. So florists now are taking pictures before things go out the door and then posting them on their social media site. Or they're doing actual events and they're taking pictures and videos at their actual events and then posting on their social media site, because consumers are looking at what they see visually before they choose an actual florist or actual design company. They want to see what it is that you're doing. They want to see the behind the scenes of what you're doing. So we even take video of us actually making arrangements in our studios and post it on our social media, to our stories and to our actual pages, for customers to actually see what we're doing and what we're making.
So certainly your business has an active Instagram and TikTok, but if we go on your TikTok feed, are we going to see you? Are you an active TikToker?
I am an active TikToker. I I didn't want to be an active TikToker. I'm pushing 50, but my kids are young adults and they're like, Mom, if you're not on social media, on TikTok, people don't know who you are. So you need to get on TikTok. So I am becoming very well versed with TikTok and other social media platforms. So they do see my face on there. They see me designing on there and making trending videos on there, because this generation wants to see your face as well as your product nowadays. So yeah, I'm on
That's right.
TikTok.
That's where the market and the consumers are. You got to be there.
Exactly.
So what are some other current trends in floral design and event decor?
Well, it's for as event decor, people are actually wanting more lounge furniture and more decor pieces that make their events feel like a little bit more homey, more unique in their event space. But as far as florals, people are tending to go with more bold color. They want the color, they want the color palette. So it's not a lot of neutral colors. It's very bold. It's a little bit out of the box designs now. They don't want the traditional, they want something different from what everybody else is doing. And it's become more floral heavy in a lot of events, whether that's a baby shower, whether it is a wedding or a corporate event. Floral elements are taken over as part of the decor. People want to see lots of them, I think, because it changes the mood of the event when you actually see fresh florals in the room. So it is more floral, but people want sustainability too. A lot of people want that aspect. Are you doing sustainable things? So we're designing more without floral foam, with wire. We're coming up with different mechanics to be more sustainable. We're also buying more locally than before. Flowers come from all around the world. So florists are finding a way to support their local growers, to find things that they can source locally to put into their designs instead of just going internationally for everything. Because if you remember when COVID happened, a lot of people don't know that there were so many flowers that were tossed because there were no events going on. But I think our local growers hurt the most during that time. So we're finding ways to support them, to find local resources for the things that we need. And also we are actually with our clients, especially with our corporate clients, we're asking them, if your guests are not taking these centerpieces, let us come back and pick up and reuse and recycle this glassware that is going out, because there was a glassware shortage during COVID. It's still a glassware shortage. It's not in abundance as it was before, and the prices are higher. So we're talking to our clients, even our daily clients. They have us come back and pick up. If they're getting a lot of local deliveries, they'll say, hey, I have all these vases. Do you guys want them? Can you reuse them? So we send our guys out and pick up. So we say, put it on the front porch. Our guys will come by and pick up the glassware so that we can recycle that glassware instead of it just being a waste.
Well, no, those sound like some reasonable reforms for both environmental and, community and also economic improvements and sustainability. Those sound like really thoughtful ways to change the industry. What are some other challenges that florists are facing right now?
Right now, I think florists are just like anybody else. We're facing that demand of that we need more employees. We need people that want to actually work. What people don't realize in this industry, florals, it's work. And for us, we're a floral event design and rental company. So it's even harder for us to find people who actually want to do the hard work. The flower arrangements get heavy when you're doing installations. And so somebody has to carry this. We need men, we need muscle. And it's hard for us to find that. But not only that, this industry, we don't want it to be a dying industry. It's harder to find the talent of people who want to come into this industry. So for us, we mentor under other people who want to come in this industry to make sure that they're trained properly, because a lot of times there are actually classes like in high schools, but they only get the basics. So they don't really know all the mechanics behind how an actual flower shop works. So we're trying to train others to be able to do that, but laborers are few. So a lot of florists are having to band together to work with each other to say, hey, I have this event coming up, but do you guys have an event on that day? Can we get together? Can we partner? Because that is a really hard thing. And for even some of the people who want to come into this industry, we're finding if they're not properly trained, they're hurting the market because they're way underpricing themselves, they're way undervaluing themselves. And when they come to a seasoned florist and we give a price, people think we're price gouging, but no, this is what it costs to produce. And some of the newbies are not really making money because they haven't learned how to efficiently price themselves in this market to actually make
Okay.
money
All
and to
right.
sustain themselves.
Well, no, that's all really useful to hear. I appreciate that. So we're out of time, but I just want to say, like a lot of guys, I don't buy flowers very often, and when I do, I intend to just go to like flowers to FTD or 1-800-Flowers. But you've persuaded me to shop local and to keep eco and community sustainability in mind, and to maybe even buy more flowers. Thank you so much. I appreciate your time. And Sherronda Scoggins, president of KC Events and Florals. We'll have information about your enterprise in our post after the show.
Thank you, Nicholas.
Thank you. Coming up after a quick commercial break, Amy and I will return with some news and announcements.
When I grow up, I want to work at a school so I can be a teacher.
From classroom to career, we're with you every step. Register for real-world education at hccs.edu.
If you love them enough to crawl into a play place to get them to come down, then surely you'll check nhtsa.gov/the right seat to make sure they're in the right car seat.
Today I'm going to talk to you about physics. Come on in, girls. Let's go. This is the first rocket to get humans to Mars.
Really tall.
I'm a rocket structural engineer, designing and building parts of the rocket. You are the generation that will be stepping foot on Mars. Do I have a group of astronauts on my hands?
Yes.
You can become a rocket scientist or whatever else you want to be.
Some news, events, and announcements. First up, we have cosmetology orientation. Turn your passion for beauty into a career. Join HCC Southeast for its cosmetology orientation for an overview of the program and to meet our experienced instructors, as well as get enrollment assistance. This is a chance for students to unleash their creativity and start a journey toward a successful future in the beauty industry. That will be from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. this Thursday, which is already August 1st. I know that's hard to believe. Eastside Campus Workforce Building. Check the post after the show for all the information.
Well, if anybody out there needs to get some clarity about Medicare Advantage, we have a workshop for you. Those of you who become eligible for Medicare have important decisions to make, and United Healthcare is offering a free series in English and Vietnamese. This series will help people understand their options and feel confident about choosing the right coverage based on their needs. This will be Wednesday, August 7th from 10 a.m. to 11 a.m. at the Spring Branch, Alief Bissonnette, Alief Hayes, and Katy campuses. Registration information is in our post after the show.
we're going to be having some Saturday enrollment fairs. And so we have one at Southeast. You can win a $500 scholarship. So there's going to be a scholarship opportunity. Saturday support will be available at HCC Southeast Saturday registration fairs. All attendees will be entered for a chance to win a $500 scholarship and other giveaways. There's a chance for students to win big while getting support, selecting and enrolling in their programs and courses, getting all their financial aid information, and more. And that is coming up. We'll have two of them, August 10th and August 17th. Those are Saturdays from 9 a.m. to 1 p.m. That's going to be at the East Side Campus Learning Hub. Be sure to check the post after the show.
All right. Well, we're also going to have automotive career fairs where people can connect with potential employers. HCC's upcoming Fall Automotive Technicians and Mechanics Fair is an opportunity to connect with those employers who need special talent in the form of jobs, co-ops, internships, and more. Specialties include transportation technicians, auto body and collision repair, as well as transportation mechanics. This is going to be Wednesday, September 18th from 8 to 11 a.m. at the Northeast Campus. Check our post after the show for more information.
And registration is open for fall. So be sure to lock in your preferred schedule, your preferred instructors. We have regular and smaller semesters offered in a variety of programs throughout the fall. All of HCC's courses are offered in various modes, including online anytime, online on a schedule. We have hybrid, in-person, and our hybrid labs. To learn more about HCC program start dates and options to cover costs, be sure to visit hccs.edu/apply. And so thanks for being here again with me, Nick. I'm happy to be back on a regular Monday.
Good to see you again.
Coming up, we'll welcome a former HCCTV host who has moved on to write several books about landing jobs and achieving fair pay for them. For Tasty Tuesday, we'll welcome Crumville, Texas, a new cupcake bakery in the 3rd Ward with some unique offerings. Thank you for joining us, and we'll see you next time.